Hello and welcome. Krista the Boss Witch here. If this is the first time you're ever seeing me, welcome. It is so nice to meet you. I am the Boss Witch. I am a coach, business mentor, spiritual advisor, psychic, dog mom, metalhead, Alaskan resident, the wearer of sweaters my mom made me. So I've been getting lots of comments on the sweater, so I figured this sweater is perfect for launching this free class. I came up with it yesterday and I was like, yeah, let's do this. So this is a social media strategy that I created a few months ago, and I found that it worked really well for me. And over the last couple weeks, I've seen a lot of people being like, I've downloaded other social media strategies, I have all these prompts, I can like put things on my calendar, but I don't end up following through. And I think one of the biggest problems I've witnessed with entrepreneurship, first of all, you're your own boss. When you work for yourself, you're your own boss, and there's nobody there breathing down your neck being like, I'm gonna fire you if you don't do your job. Except if you don't do your job and you don't get visible and you don't continue to nurture the clients that are coming your way, and you don't continue to connect with people, and you don't continue to show up, the business won't exist. Now, in love, and Melanie Layer mentioned this. I was just watching one of her cash program videos, and one of the interesting pieces that she mentioned is that in love, they say absence makes the heart grow fonder. And in social media and marketing and stuff like that, they're like, you have to be ever present, omnipresent, be everywhere all the time. And in my experience, that leads directly to burnout. So, no, you don't have to be present all the time. Yes, you can strategically show up in a way that feels energetically good for you. Now, drop me a comment if you are here. I want to see your beautiful face. I'm gonna give you about 30 seconds to grab something to write with because I'm diving right into this strategy. I'm just giving it to you. This is my strategy, my social media, day-to-day social media calendar, like content calendar. So you don't have to use these exact pieces on social if you don't want to. You can use it to inspire your emails, your podcast episodes, your YouTube videos. You can use it to inspire TikToks, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or really any of your business practices that you're trying to create consistency around. The strategy that I've developed is based both in astrology, witchcraft, and energetics. And the other side of it, it's also based in data analysis, heavy amounts of research, and 7 years basically of trial and error on my part. And being someone with ADHD, being a creative, free flow individual, it can be really hard to choose a habit, even if I know it's going to pay my bills, even if I know it's good for my business. It's very easy for me to get distracted. It's very easy for me to pick up projects, feel really excited and motivated to follow through on it until it's like halfway done and then like, oh, shiny squirrel. Ugh, I'm on to another thing. How many of you have like 15 craft projects that you've started and just not finished? How many of you go into your notes app on your phone and have like a million notes with fun ideas for content for your business, but you've never actually taken action on them? I know I have. That's me. I have notebooks everywhere filled with content ideas. I could probably take everything I've ever written over the past few years and smush it together and make a giant book. Now, it might come out clunky and, there would need some editing, but the thing is, like, the difference between brainstorming and intellectualizing the business strategies, the things you're doing, the ideas you want to bring into the world, the creative stuff. We can sit here and mull it over and learn the strategies and absorb and consume, and in your mind, you're sitting there like, I'm a fucking professional. I've read all the books, I've listened to all the podcasts, I've done all the research. But if you're not taking action on it, what is it good for? So today's quick masterclass that I'm just giving away for free is all about getting you to take action in a way that feels good and designing a strategy. So I'm giving you my map, Monday through Sunday, every day, the energetics of each and every day based on astrology. Then we're going to incorporate the human energetics. So if you are a person who was born female, or even if you were born male, I don't know much about male hormones, but I do know with women, we function on a hormonal cycle. If you were born with ovaries or you were born a biological female, you may have hormonal fluctuations where our energy shifts over the course of 28 days. Whereas if you were born biologically male, your energy, you have the same energy pattern, but it cycles in 24 hours. So that's what our 9 to 5 schedule is built around. When they say, oh, fight man, the patriarchy, yeah, it's built, the productivity standards in the culture in the United States right now are based on a patriarchal system that caters to the male hormonal energy cycle. So what I'm going to do is offer you an alternative. So I'm giving you the day-to-day strategy. We're going to go through the formula for starting this new strategy and actually putting it into action, sticking with it, because the sticking with it and the taking consistent action feels like the hard part when you're sitting there just mulling it over, like, oh my God, I can't stick to anything. When's the last time I stuck to something? I started a diet, I started flossing, I started doing good things, I started meditating and then I fell off. I started going to the gym and then I fell off. I started blogging and then I fell off. I started a podcast and then I fell off. Guilty as charged. I started emailing my list and I fell off. I was doing a ton of networking and then I fell off. That's okay. It's all led up to this exact moment. Is anyone here? Please drop me a comment. I am going to open Facebook on another page as well so I can see what the hell is going on and see if y'all are here. Okay, I'm gonna put it over here on my other thing. Let's see. I'm hoping that it's showing on live. Bear with me one moment. Grab your pen and paper or your notes app or whatever you're using to take notes, because I'm diving in. Okay, on a piece of paper, I want you to write down all the days of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now, you don't have to post every day of the week. But what I'm going to give you right now is the energetic framework that pairs each day of the week to the planet that rules that day, according to astrology. What I do is I sync up my thought processes, my vibe. Sometimes I am at the mercy of the stars. We all are. If you've ever blamed anything on Mercury retrograde or the full moon or the new moon or PMS or anything like that, like we are at the mercy of our cycles sometimes, and we are sometimes at the mercy of the stars. So I found that this was an easy way for me to connect to the energy of each day of the week using astrology. So Monday's planet, technically not a planet, but is ruled by the moon. So you can note that Monday's theme for life, for business, for social media is going to be intuition, imagination, domestic things. So if you're focused on family, if you're focused on nesting, anything you find like domestic nurturing, emotion, instincts, habits, and moods. So again, I will read that so you can take notes. Monday, ruled by the moon. The moon represents intuition, imagination, domestic affairs, emotions, instincts, habits, and moods. Okay, and I'm going to teach you how to apply all of this to social media in just a minute. But I want you to make note of that. Tuesday, ruled by Mars. Tuesday's theme is putting in the effort, doing anything with effort. Tuesday's a great day for that. Work, aggression, passion, goals, competition, wishes, success, courage, and happiness. I'll read that one more time. So Tuesday, ruled by Mars, the daily theme is putting in the effort, doing work, aggression, passion, desire, goals, competition, wishes, success, courage, and happiness. Now, Wednesday, Mercury. Wednesday is ruled by the planet Mercury. So that means that Wednesday's theme is all about authentic communication and clear communication. So you have to be careful on this one, because miscommunication is one of the key things that will either attract or repel clients, followers, people. Like, miscommunication just fucks us all up. But clear communication can mean the difference between selling and not selling, between reaching someone in their heart and just offering them an interesting point of view for them to lightly mull over and then quickly forget. But when you reach someone on a day when they are most open and receptive to clear communication, which happens to be Wednesday because it's ruled by Mercury, magic happens. So, Mercury, Wednesday, the theme of the day, clear communication, questions, abstract thinking, intelligence, education, travel, law, logic, language, and the mind. Okay, I'm going to read that one more time. And if you're wondering where all of this is going and you're just joining, I'm applying the themes first, and then I will tell you how to use it in social media. So just to repeat, Wednesday is ruled by Mercury. The theme of the day is clear communication, questions, abstract thinking, intelligence, education, travel, law, logic, language, and the mind. All right, on to Thursday. Thursday is ruled by the planet Jupiter. So Jupiter carries the vibe of abundance, money, optimism, expansion, delicious expansion, indulgence, career, agreements, and beginnings. Okay, so those agreements could be personal agreements with yourself. It could be Thursdays are great days to sign contracts because you're making agreements, you're starting new beginnings. Whether it's a soul contract, whether it's a financial contract, a business contract. Okay, new beginnings. So I'm going to repeat that. Thursday is ruled by Jupiter. The theme of Thursday: abundance, money, wealth, which we all love, optimism, expansion, indulgence, career, agreements, and beginnings. Now let's move on to Friday. Friday is ruled by Venus, very feminine energy. Okay, so think Venus, feminine flow, love, pleasure, art, beauty, social connection. So this is like social connection for fun, feeling heard, feeling seen, feeling understood, communicating again. But this is like the creative, loving, nurturing communication flow. Socialization. Then you have determination, release, calm, and rest. So I'm going to read those for you one more time. We'll get through Saturday and Sunday, and then I will go over how to use all of this in your social media marketing strategy. So again, Friday, Venus. The theme is love, pleasure, art, beauty, social connection, determination, release, calm, and rest. All right, so Saturday, easy to remember, ruled by the planet Saturn. Okay, so Saturn invites us to make bold ass statements. Bold statements, opinions, rebellion, eccentricity, fun, risks, and going wild or going rogue. Okay, again, Saturn rules Saturday. So the theme of the day is bold statements, rebellion, eccentricity, fun, taking risks, and going wild or going rogue. Okay? Departing from the status quo. Now Sunday, aptly named, ruled by the sun. So Sunday really embodies the theme of the sun, which is energy, vitality, good luck, promotion, opportunity, mercy, and organization. So I'll read that one more time just for clarity, and then we'll jump into the actual social media strategy. So Sunday, ruled by the sun. The theme is energy, vitality, good luck, promotion, opportunity, mercy, and organization. So does anyone have any questions so far? I'm not seeing any comments coming through, so I just want to double check here. Oh, yes, we have lots of comments. Catalyst, yes, yes, yes. Good morning. So happy to catch you. Yeah, at least 3 half-done Canva projects. Yeah, I probably have like, oh my God, I probably have so many. Canva projects, painting projects, home improvement projects. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so is everyone clear on the 7 themes for the 7 days of the week based on astrology? Does anyone have any questions? Okay. Drop me a hashtag replay. If you are watching the replay of this, please feel free to add questions and tag me if you're not watching this live, because I'm more than happy to come in and answer those questions in your comments. Okay? Okie dokie. So, here comes the fun part. Now, I want you to choose which social media or communication platforms you want to work on. So, are you interested in building your email list or nurturing your existing email list? Are you interested in getting into TikTok? Are you interested in Facebook still? Are you doing Instagram? Whatever it is. So, real quick, drop in the comments, what's your favorite social media platform? Now, we are on Facebook right now. I have the most experience with Facebook because I joined in 2004, 2005, when it was like still only college students could join. Like, it was that early on. So I have a lot of experience with Facebook. But you'll also find me on Instagram, you'll find me on YouTube, you'll find me on TikTok, you'll find me on my website, you'll find me in a lot of different locations. I also have a podcast with some new episodes coming out soon. More on that later. But real quick, I want you to write down what platforms you feel energetically you can commit to right now. And before you commit, and anything you write on this paper, anything you take in your notes, you can cross out. So say you're like, I want to do TikTok, and I want to do Instagram, and I want to do all the things. I want to make a YouTube channel and a podcast, and I want to do Facebook like a motherfucker, and I want to do all this stuff. So if you get real excited right now, and you're like, I'm going to do all the things, it's okay to come back later and pare down. It's like Coco Chanel said one time, and I'm gonna misquote it, but I always remember this. I think the general fashion advice with accessories was put on your accessories as you get dressed, you know, spritz your fragrance, and as you're leaving to walk out the door, take off one accessory. Like, you'll always have one too many. So I like to use this energetic style tip for social media, for business. Simplify, simplify, simplify. Sometimes your impact has a broader reach and a deeper lasting effect when you simplify. So consider writing down the platforms you're hoping to commit to and then crossing one off, crossing 2 off, something like that, just to keep it simple. All right. No rules here though. You can do whatever the hell you want. I'm not in control of this. You are. I'm just giving you my strategy. All right. So now that you have the daily themes, I want you to take note. If you are a person who experiences biological female hormone cycles, if you are functioning on a 28-day hormonal cycle, note the days of your cycle, because your energy, your physical energy in your body, will shift over the course of 28 days. If you haven't done any research on cycle syncing, I highly recommend speaking to my friend Sydney Sage. She is an expert in this, or you can go on Google, you can go on Pinterest. There's a lot of really great resources around cycle syncing. But essentially, you can look at what to expect energetically during the different weeks of the month. So it's very important for me to track the moon cycles and track my menstrual cycle, because I know that the week leading up to my period, or the week during my menstrual cycle, I'm very introverted. I'm hibernating. I'm doing a lot of deep thinking, deep feeling. It's not my favorite week to go all out in a launch, to go all out in social media. But right afterwards, I have like a 15-day period of, period, no pun intended. I have a 15-day window where my energy is like, woo, I am ready to go. I am fully rested. Now, that's if I listen to my energetic cycle. So drop me a note in the comments if this is resonating. Yeah. So pay attention to your hormonal cycle and know when your energy is, so you don't wind up kicking yourself when you're like, oh, I didn't post this week. I suck. I've totally disappeared. Everyone's gonna forget about me. Nobody's ever gonna buy from me. I've become irrelevant. No, that's not true. All you have to do is show up in accordance to your energy. And knowing what your energy flow looks like ahead of time allows you to plan accordingly, and then you don't set unrealistic expectations for yourself or for other people or for your social media platforms, and then wind up disappointed. Okay, so we're expanding our understanding of the way the planets rule the days. And believe it or not, I learned from Mary and Lacey over at Team Aquarius. I learned from them that there's actually different planetary rulers for different days of the week. So, or different hours of each day. And it changes every single day based on which day of the week we're on, where we are in our charts and in the universe and all of that. But if you have questions about that, we could go way deeper. And at some point, we probably will inside the BossWitch school. But for right now, all you need to know is that each day has that planetary ruler. You need to make note of your physical energy cycles. When are you super tired? When are you super energized? When do you need extra love and affection? When do you need extra alone time? Make note of that right now, because that plays into the planning process here. Okay, who's with me? Who's with me? Drop me an emoji, drop me something if you're with me. Hearts, likes. Okay, Lacey, you're only on Facebook. It's all good. Lydia, YouTube and podcast, fantastic. Catalyst, I use Instagram and Facebook mostly. I have a TikTok, but let's not get into that. Awesome. Love this. Thank you, Catalyst, for catching everyone up on Monday's theme. Okay, if you guys have any questions, please drop them in the comments. All right, now I want you to take a look at these daily themes, and you're going to use the themes and use your understanding of your own body and your own energetics to plan out your posts. Plan out the content you want to make. So Monday's theme: intuition, imagination, domestic things, emotion, instincts, habits, and moods. No matter what business you run, you can find something within that realm to post about, to talk about. You want to talk about habits? Okay, let's say I'm going to pick a crazy specific niche here. And if you want me to apply it to your niche, drop your niche in the comments and I will give you examples. But I'm going to go with a ridiculously narrow niche here. So let's see. Let's just say I'm a dog trainer who specializes in high drive breeds of dogs and specifically reducing anxiety on long car rides. So say you have a Belgian Malinois or a German Shepherd, or you've got one of those puppies that's like a very high drive breed. They need to be busy all the time or else they're chewing. Labs, they do it. So let's pretend for a second I'm not Krista the Boss Witch. I'm a dog trainer. So I'm a dog trainer who specifically works with challenging, high energy, high drive breeds of dogs. And my new program is about getting your dog to calm the fuck down in the back seat of the car because you've got a long road trip coming and you want it to go nice and easy. So if I were to follow this particular format and go with the themes, Monday, intuition, first thing that comes to mind. That's a perfect post. What's on my mind today? What's on my mind? I worked with a dog this weekend that surprised me because he's recovering. He's less anxious in the car, blah, blah, blah. That would be a testimonial to your own work, right? Or if my intuition says, I think there are some dog owners out there that need to use some imagination when dealing with their dogs. So offering a tip that might say, hey, pretend your dogs are human, but they come from another culture where a pack mentality is the social structure and they don't speak English. Use your imagination. How would you interact with your dog? That's a post right there. You can apply it to a podcast episode. You could apply it to YouTube. You could apply it to Instagram. You could apply it to anything. So I'm inviting my audience to ignite their imagination, or I am activating my imagination. Domestic things. I could talk about cleaning up after dogs. I could talk about the emotions that a dog is experiencing when they're anxious in the car, or the emotions that a family might feel once their dog is comfortable traveling in the car. Instincts, I could talk about dog instincts and how that impacts this entire experience. I could talk about the habits of the humans. What habits? Like, institute these 3 key habits to get your dog to chill the fuck out in the car. Okay? It's a post right there. Is everybody tracking? Are you following me? How are you feeling? You're a marriage coach. Okay, so Lydia, I'm going to give you some post ideas right now. For Monday, intuition. You could say something like, married women, have you ever gotten an intuitive nudge that something in your relationship is missing, but you couldn't put your finger on what it was? You're not crazy. You're not imagining things. Your intuition counts. Your gut is telling you something is missing in your relationship, and I would invite you to consider watching my video on managing your moods in with your relationship or something. Like, that could work. Or the 3 healthy habits of happy couples, or managing your moods post-divorce so you can stop crying in public so often. Crying in public can be a good thing. I find it liberating. I find it much safer to cry in public than I do in private. More on that later. Anyway, okay, so let's go to Tuesday. Tuesday, effort. So that's the first thing. Do anything that requires uncomfortable effort on Tuesdays. Be prepared for Tuesday to push your comfort zone. Okay? Anything that requires effort. I'd like to work on launches, especially on Tuesdays, because sometimes I don't feel like doing the tech stuff. Sometimes I don't feel like creating graphics by myself, but I need to. There are certain things I have to get done in my business that I don't feel like doing. But when I do it on a Tuesday, that Mars energy feeds my motivation and says, okay, today's effort day. So if it's wicked scary for me to start creating TikTok videos, I'm gonna batch my TikTok videos on a Tuesday morning. Just rip it off like a band-aid. Do the thing that takes the effort. If you are inviting your clients to do something that's going to push them outside of their comfort zone, talk about it on a Tuesday. Invite them to take action on a Tuesday. Okay? Club going up on a Tuesday. Wasn't that a song? I think that was a song. I think that was past my clubbing days. But anyway, okay, so marriage coach, let me give you examples. So, as a reminder, the theme of Tuesday is effort, work, aggression, passion, desire, goals, competition, wishes, success, courage, and happiness. A post for Tuesday. Dear married couples who are struggling to recover trust after infidelity. Okay, so that's a very specific niche. I am talking to the couples who are trying to save their marriage after someone has cheated. It's okay to be angry. It's not okay to be physically aggressive. That's an opinion. So you're going to post your opinions. Posting opinions is a thing. Okay? That's what's going to let people know if they're your people. If someone's like, if somebody cheated, you should just spend all his money and kick him out. Like, if that's your thing, you're going to attract other people who are like, yeah, I agree with her. But if you're like, I want you to own your emotions, or I want you to be willing to yell at your partner or to yell at the trees outside in order to get your aggression out, that could be a thing. So we've got work, aggression, passion, desire, goals. So you could say, dear couples, if you are committed to working on your marriage, know what your desire is, know what your goals are, know, are you courageous enough to trust your partner again when you have no physical evidence that says it's safe to trust your partner again? Does that make sense? Lydia, let me know. All right, so with the dog theme, this could be having the courage to be a strong dog owner, or knowing the passion with which your dog loves treats, or understanding why your dog gets aggressive when you leave them in the car and strangers walk near the car. Like, that's a discussion. Could talk about happiness and success. How do we get to happiness? How do we get to success? What does success mean for your ideal client? What does happiness look like for your ideal client? Okay? So you can plan to talk about things within this theme and put your unique spin on it based on your niche, your ideal client, the shit you're talking about right now, whatever you're interested in, okay? Whatever you're doing right now, you can apply it. You can also apply these themes to your work schedule. And I go over that in the time travel course, which is also included inside the BossWitch School. Okay, so fast forward, Mercury, communication, questions. So ask powerful questions on a Wednesday. If you can't think of anything else, ask a powerful question of your people. So if I were the dog trainer, I'd ask a powerful question. A powerful question could look like, if your dog could talk, what would she say? If you could talk to your dog, what would you say to calm his anxiety about riding on long car trips? Law, logic, language, education. This is a good day for writing. This is a good day for talking about communication. So marriage coach, Wednesdays, communication. Communication is a fundamental part of helping people be happy in romantic partnership, right? So you can use communication. I would also invite abstract thinking. So abstract thinking, going outside of the box on Wednesdays, really great. Okay. Thursdays, Jupiter. It's all about abundance, money, optimism, expansion, indulgence, career, agreements, and beginnings. Okay. So Thursday is a great day to promote. It's a fabulous day to shout out your favorite clients, the recent wins that your clients have experienced. It's a great time to send out an unsolicited testimonial. I am huge on this, and this is going to be another video that I'm going to do, but I want to talk about the power of giving and writing a fantastic testimonial for people you love, so they don't have to come to you and be like, can you give me a testimonial for my website because I'm trying to launch my new thing? Like, we're sick and tired of asking for testimonials. You know you enjoyed their program, so give them a goddamn good testimonial. I think I have lipstick on my teeth. I do. Oh my goodness. I feel like that's my grandmother being like, hey, because she always had lipstick on her teeth. And here I am, like, wearing the sweater my mom made me. It's bird skulls. Isn't that badass? I freaking love this sweater. It's great. Okay. Ready. Expansion, indulgence, career, agreements. Sign contracts on Wednesday. Invite your clients to make new contracts with themselves. Invite clients to invest in themselves. Invite clients to consider what abundance looks like for them. What does abundance look like for a married couple who has been struggling with trusting one another? What does that look like? What does it look like for the dog owner with a stressed out dog who can't take a long road trip? Abundance looks like a wicked happy dog with a wagging tail and long stretches of peaceful, calm car time with their dog. Happy dog, things that go unchewed. You know, the dog's not puking in the back seat, that kind of thing. I mean, I could go way down this niche, but I'm just getting creative at this point. So let's go on to Friday. Venus, love, pleasure, art, beauty, social connection, determination, release, calm, and rest. So what does that look like for your clients? What does that look like? What do they need to hear? Okay. With determination, what could your clients achieve? What does that look like? How do you get your clients determined to get the results that they want? Talk about that. Talk about determination. Talk about what you love. Talk about what you love as a human. Talk about what your clients love. Talk about the stuff that people in your world love. Talk about love in general. How to show lots of love to your dog without making them feel insecure. Or how to be a better lover. Or how to love someone and let them go. There's lots of options here. But Venus rules that. Keep that theme in mind, okay? Saturday, Saturn, bold statements is one of my favorite days. So, rebellion, eccentricity, fun, taking risks, and doing things that are wild. Going wild. So if I were the dog trainer, I would make a bold fucking statement. I could be like, people who bring violent dogs to city community dog parks are raging assholes. That is a bold ass statement. I am calling people assholes. I have a fucking opinion, and people could disagree with me. People could agree with me. The thing is, bold statements are meant to divide, right? It's meant to create polarity. It's meant to say, oh, do I agree with that? Do I not agree with that? Ask your people to engage. What are your opinions? In my strong opinion, and you could just delete that part and just say something. Just fucking say it. Just be like, people who cheat on their wives don't deserve to be married. Or they have unhealed child wounds. Or people, I mean, you could literally, what are some of the bold statements that you would say? What are you, okay, yes. All I saw was a yes. I don't know what the yes was to. But anyway, I hope this is resonating. Saturday is a great day to get weird with your bad self, okay? So be eccentric. Talk about the shit that you don't really talk about all the time. Show a side of yourself to your audience that you would normally want to keep hidden, because it's going to help them get to know you, right? Like, for instance, I can't stop listening to that Kate Bush song from Stranger Things. Running up that road, be running up that hill, no problem. It turns out the song is exactly 5 minutes long, so if I listen to it on repeat 5 times, I can clean the entire downstairs of the house. And I get to jam out to my new favorite song. But like, I'm not getting tired of it. I can't stop listening to this Kate Bush song. I can't believe I didn't know about her. That is also another post I need to talk about longevity and about the possibility that you could go viral at any time. Even if your song came out in 1984, you could go viral in 2022 because somebody picked it up and suddenly it's everyone's favorite song because it has a new context. Okay, we could talk about that later. Right, Friday, Saturday, bold statements, rebellion. Show your rebellious side. Say the thing nobody else is saying. Okay, Sunday, energy, vitality, good luck. Promoting on a Sunday is also a great idea. Or helping promote someone else. Giving that kind of energy out is so valuable. That supportive energy. Like, we need to support each other out here. So if I'm Krista the Boss Witch and I'm friends with this dog trainer and they just opened this new program and I haven't purchased it, but it looks really fucking good. No skin off my back, of course, I'm gonna promote it. I'm gonna be like, dude, my friend, the dog trainer is doing this thing. Check it out. Free promotion. Free promotion for someone else. What you put out there comes back to you, in my belief. I know there are a lot of people that don't believe in the threefold law, that what you put out comes back to you threefold. I think it does, based on my experience. But yeah. So Sunday, energy, vitality, good luck, promotion, opportunity, mercy, organization. So every Sunday night, I make meal plans for the week so we can escape that family discussion of, what do you want for dinner? I don't know. What do you want for dinner? I hate that conversation. I hate it. I can't stand it. One of my biggest pet peeves. So I plan dinners. I say, if you don't tell me what you want, I will choose the menu and you'll get what you get and you'll eat it and you'll like it. Or you can have peanut butter and jelly, because we always have peanut butter and jelly in the house. Okay, so on Sunday, I make meal plans. I tidy my desk and make sure I'm ready for Monday. I look at my schedule and I check everything out and be like, oh, I got to get ready for that one meeting on Wednesday where I need a pitch deck, or I need to get ready to onboard that client, so I should create that welcome packet. That's back end stuff, okay? But for social media, it's a great time to organize your stuff. So if your audience, if you have people that have been following you for a while and you've got a crap ton of live videos or blog posts or whatever, Sunday's a great day to be like, hey, have you seen all my other cool live videos? I have a whole library on this page. Click this link. Or subscribe so you get notified every time and you never miss one. That counts as a promotion and organization. Energy and vitality. Sunday. Put out that good energy. Embody that energy that you want to have, that you want to bring to your clients. Talk about increasing energy, or what might cause your clients to lose steam, to lose energy, and how to fix it. Okay? Does that make sense? Basically, I just gave you my entire strategy. Now, you can go in to like hourly planetary calculator. If you just Google that, you'll come up with a list. So if I entered in Anchorage, Alaska with today's date, and I said, okay, it's Wednesday, which means it's ruled by Mercury. So I'm communicating something with you today. And I didn't even plan it that way. It kind of just was like, I felt inspired. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to go live tomorrow. But I'm communicating something to you. And chances are it's landing with you with a little bit of help from Mercury. So thanks, Mercury. I'm using language. I'm using my mind. I'm expanding your mind, right? So you can go into those planetary hourly rulers if you really want to dig down deep. Now, the energetics piece is knowing yourself, knowing when you're tired as fuck, knowing when you have a lot of energy, and plan accordingly. And I can help you do that if you're feeling completely lost. But for instance, I have integration weeks with clients when I am on my menstrual cycle. I didn't know how to put that. I was like, when I'm on my period, when I'm bleeding, when I'm on my moon cycle, like when Aunt Flo shows up, whatever, however many ways we have to say it, whatever. But I also know that that is like my hibernation time, and it's also my clients' dedicated time for hibernation and deep reflection. So that's what their integration weeks do. So in the BossWitch school, those weeks are scheduled, like I'm still showing up. I'm just showing up from a different energetic space. I show up for the witchcraft piece. So I'm hosting rituals, new moon rituals every month. Every 2 weeks, we have coaching calls, group coaching. We'll have business lessons on the full moon because we're harvesting all the stuff that we know already, all the information we have already. We're weeding out the stuff that doesn't work. and we're implementing new strategies. Okay. So knowing your energy and choosing how to spend it accordingly is really important. So we're coming up on the end. If you have questions, if you are confused at all, if you don't know how to implement this, if you're still like, well, what the hell do I post? I don't know what to post. Message me. Okay? I want you to take a look at these themes and ask yourself, how can I dance around in the theme of today and provide value for my clients? How can I say something interesting? How can I communicate something entertaining? How can I show them who I really am as a human and as a business owner and as a service provider? Okay? Ask yourself these questions and build your own BossWitch social media strategy. The formula to maintaining consistency is like kind of a few different parts. So if you're like, okay, great, I've got all the days of the week, I'm cool, like I can come up with a million ideas, but now I just have to commit and actually follow through on the thing. That's where community, spirituality, and accountability come into place. And the BossWitch School can provide that. You know, for those of you who aren't necessarily in the market for a 10K private coaching package, this is a really good fit for you. You'll still get that coaching that's super valuable, those mindset shifts. You'll maintain that growth momentum. And then you'll also have the funness of like arts and crafts night. I'm doing art night once a month. We're doing a business course. We're hosting rituals. We're having our opening ceremony on July 13th on the full moon. It's gonna be badass. I'm gonna like let my witchy flag fly and y'all are gonna see it. Okay? So if you want to enroll, this program is a membership. It's gonna be going on forever and ever, as far as I know. I don't know when it'll morph or change. Things transform all the time. But right now, it's a membership with all these fun events. And it's $111 a month. Your first 3 months, you have to commit to a 3-month semester, if you will. And after that, it's month to month, and you can cancel anytime if it's no longer a good fit. But it's $111 a month right now. And the price will go up as we get closer to July 13th. I don't know when. So if you're interested in getting in on this before the price goes up, I suggest, jumping in. If now's not the right time for you, that's okay too. I'll be here next month and the month after that. The price just might go up. So this is a community. This is an experience. Now, if you're not in a place where you're like, okay, well, I can't really invest in a new thing, but I still want to take what I learned today and make it consistent. Okay? That's where the energetics comes in. Because balanced energetics, which means you have to know yourself. You got to sit down and do some soul searching and be like, when am I tired? When do I hate people and socializing? When am I super excited to socialize? When do I feel inspired? Because you'll notice patterns in your physical energy, in your mental energy, in your spiritual energy. Use those energetics in combination with this astrologically based strategy, and it will feel easy to maintain consistency. It'll feel fun. It'll feel doable. It'll be like, oh, that Tuesdays, effort, work, I can talk about passion. Easy peasy. No big deal. I'm just gonna go do it. And then all of a sudden, like, I posted a random photo of myself in the grocery store talking about how evangelical Christians keep trying to convert me. And I'm like, it's okay. Baby girl, it's fine. You don't need to convert me. I've been saved twice. Thanks, Bible camp. You know, I've got my best friend is Baptist. I am also a witch. Me and Jesus are squared away. So don't worry about it. But I posted this picture of myself in the grocery store, and I have over 400 likes on it and like 70 comments, and it's getting all sorts of engagement. I didn't really see it coming, but apparently it struck a nerve. So just get out there, give it a shot. Pay attention to your energetics. Be real. Be the real person you are. Somebody is always going to dislike you for something. Someone's always going to disagree with you. Someone's always going to tell you, oh my God, Facebook is so out. Instagram is in. TikTok is out. Reels are in. Newspaper is out. Radio is in. Combustion engines are out. Electric vehicles are in. That's them posting their bold opinions and stating their bold opinions, and you get to decide what you believe in, what you agree with, and what you disagree with. So you need to create a strategy that you feel really good about. And when you do, it'll be a no-brainer to follow through with it. It's going to be uncomfortable. So I suggest taking some time to think about this and then putting in maximum effort on Tuesdays. But you can put in maximum effort any day you feel like it, really. Okay. Does anyone have any questions? Are you interested in the BossWitch School? Have you vacated the premises? Let me know. Okay. If you're watching the replay, please look in the comments for the link to the BossWitch School. If you have questions, if you are confused, if you want a PDF of all of this information so you don't have to go back and read your chicken scratch, let me know. I'll whip something up and just throw it in here. Okay? But I am going to let you get back to your day. Have a fabulous day. You can do this. It's easier than you think, and you're smarter than you give yourself credit for. Okay? I'll talk to you soon. Bye.